Oh boy. Pick a line and go. I have no choice. I got to go up here. You know, if I can go offload my gear, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to shut you down. And I'll meet you up on top. You know, I'm not going to make this one. Oh my gosh, this makes Warlock Road like a Sunday afternoon picnic. This is insane. You need a Jeep 4-wheel drive and creep up. So, let's take a look here. The problem I'm going to have is I'm going to have to climb back out of here. And that in itself is going to be a job. And even more than that, I got to turn that bike around. So what happens is I walked up there. I walked up there and this isn't all. There's more. So that detour, because private property, it makes this area unpassable, at least in my opinion. I wouldn't try it. I wouldn't try it. I don't care how good you are. I mean, I imagine you can, I don't know if you're a gunslinger, go for it, but not looking good. So what I got to do is, and I'm so close to connecting to the trail again, what I got to do is I can either go back to where that gate is that's locked and look at that. Maybe I can slide under it. You know, lay the bike on the side and drag it under. And then contend with it at the other side if it's locked. Which it probably will be. And if I get busted, hey, you know, I'm running out of water too. That's probably my biggest concern coming up. I'm going to have to go back to Sonota, where I was last night. That's a bit. I've got to go through the rocks to get out of here. I got to go through the sand wash, which I'm not looking forward to that either. So this has turned out to be an adventure in itself. And if I get back to town, I'm going to jump onto 83. Just take a blacktop up to wherever I can, and just call this one a failure. I just can't do it. I have my limitations, and this is more than I can handle. So I will get back with you later, maybe. Well, that's where I was. That's where I tried to pass through that. And you've seen what happened, but I did make it out alive. I tell you, I got so bad I started cramping up. I had so little water left and it was hot. There was times I'd get off the bike and I would lay on the ground. My legs are cramped up so bad. I'd have to go find shade. It's the closest I ever came to probably dying on the trail, man. It was bad. You ever get cramps in your legs, your back, your arms? I had cramps in my hands. So I must have drank a gallon of water back there. I went back to, I forgot the name. Oh, let's check it out here. Oh, I can't do it while I'm riding. Anyways, I ended up drinking about a gallon of water and kind of let my body absorb the... Oh, I was talking to a highway patrol guy. He gave me some electrolytes. That was cool. Anyways, so we're just going to take roads. I mean, at this point, I have no choice. But you know, I made it more than 3/4 through there. I only had a little bit more to go. Hey guys, I've been laying there for about an hour, fell asleep. Well, here, show you where I'm at. In the shade of a beautiful tree. How you learn to appreciate trees. Just gotta forgive the wind. So I'm laying there hydrating and sleeping. And the truck comes by, and the guy gave me 2 of these, well, they're not ice cold, but they're cold waters. Hey guys, I'm beat. Nice, cheesy, cheap, sleazy. Okay, let's try it again. I'm beat, guys. I'll tell you, man, that heat, hovered around 100 today coming out of Tucson. So, yeah. Hey, this is right up my alley here. A nice, sleazy, cheap motel room. I'm in San Manuel. Check it out, I got the bike in here. Hey, take a look around the room, it's pretty cool. I mean, any room that you can pull your bike at, I mean, come on. So, she took one look at me and she goes, "You ain't looking too good, I'm gonna bring you some food." I guess I had that hungry, sad look on my face. So, chicken, peas, mashed potatoes, cherry Coke, tastes good. She also 3 more waters, another soda, some yogurt. I'm not sure, but I think I'll eat it. So, little Jim Carrey, little entertainment tonight. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, this is nice. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'll make it up to Globe and further. I don't know. I'm in no hurry. You know, especially in the heat like this. Yesterday and this morning, man, this morning that was tough. It was probably the hardest thing I've done. Slick Rock, that was a little scary, that hill climb, but this rattled me a little trying to get up there. And the hardest part is flipping the bike around so you can get back down. I mean, so I had to offload and road. I tell you, man, I hurt so bad. And then it was just into the baking oven once I got out of there. So I'm going to enjoy a good night's sleep tonight. Good meal, going to load up, maybe sleep in tomorrow. It's a new day, so we'll go from there. All right, you guys want some, join in. Either that or leave me alone. I can eat. Hey, good morning, guys. Oh, I had a good night's sleep last night. Let's take a quick look at the accommodations. It was kind of a dive motel, but honestly, except for that messy bed, it's pretty clean. You know, it was air conditioning is fine. Tip, always key. Finish your coffee. Yep. So let's turn this thing off and we'll take a look outside. I think I'll lock that in a minute. I'm going to go up to the office. So, as you can see, me and one other guy, maybe over there. So this is it. Maybe I should take the key with me. I think there's a key drop-off box, but I don't want to lock it yet, just to make sure. Come here. Jump into my hands. All right. Oh. Okay. San Manuel. What we're going to do is we are going to well, where am I going? Why am I going out when I should be going in? Okay, this is a connector here. Obviously the main line's up here, so I'm going to head east. It's probably about 8 miles, 10 miles. So I'm going to jump back on the AZBDR and head north. It looks like I run into Mammoth. And past Dudleyville, Winkerman. I've been there before. And continuing up and away. I want to see some trees today. Oh yeah, I will, because there's Globe. This area here is going to have trees, so when I get past Globe, I'm going to get up to the Salt River area, maybe further. There's Lake Roosevelt, and it's going to be fun when I get up in there. So let's go take a walk. I'll shut you guys down for a minute. Okay, there was a key drop-off box, so they were closed still. But yeah, doesn't look like much, but it served its purpose. Okay, a little DRZ. Oh, baby. This bike has never let me down, I'll tell you. All right, we're going to get out there. See you guys later. So it's Wednesday, June 5th. And as long as you're seeing this, you know it's going to be hot. But that's where I'm going, up there. And that's going to be nice. Really hope it hits some trees today. Get up in the forest. I want to escape the heat after last night, after yesterday. So I'm excited about today. Let's see where what adventures it takes us on as we pass through up to the Globe. I don't see any reason why I'm not going to make it past Globe today. Now, I'm enjoying the morning desert, though. It's not so bad right now. Yesterday down there in Tucson, I was hitting over 100. Yeah, took its toll on me. We're gonna have fun today. Just see what happens. Hey, I'm in Mammoth. Beautiful ride coming out of San Miguel. Just gorgeous, pretty fast. It's going to be nice. From here, I can see this is going to be a nice trip, so I'm looking forward to it. But I wanted to bring to your attention something that was really important. You know, I'm a San Diego guy. I did a lot of riding in the desert. Cave series. I've been well over 100. I've experienced a lot. Medium rider. I'm not real technical. Actually learned mostly on my 2020 ride in the Transamerica Trail, and it taught me a lot. And then I did the 21 ride, and I just got better and better. And so I'm a fairly decent rider. I can handle that. DRC is a nice little bike, but I got myself in trouble the other day, and I just want to bring that to your attention. On this route coming out of Sonora heading north. There was that detour, as you've seen in the video, and that detour created a lot of problems. And I don't know if I got something wrong in the detour. I'm pretty sure I'm accurate at what I did. So basically, I got out. That would have been fine with the water I had. I had the Cactus Canteen. Started off out of Sonora. I mean, it wasn't that far in. I almost made it to the freeway. And I started running low on water, and I know better. I had an extra 2-liter container. I should have filled that. Just a bad call. I should have been more careful with that. But the detour, that's what threw me off. And if it wasn't for the detour, the only thing that you'd have to really tackle is the sand marsh. There's a little bit of rock hopping up there, but once you get to that. You've seen where the sign was. Once you get to the dirt road, I think it would have been possibly doable with no issues. But throwing me off on that detour, I've camped out. It was getting late, and then I tackled that in the morning, and my water supply was getting lower, and I got myself in trouble on that one. And it's just a hard lesson. It was pretty severe for me for a while. Doing that one climb, I can do okay. I handle my own. I'm not a gunslinger, but I do okay with climbing and stuff. So I think I pushed my luck. We all have limits, and I kind of pushed myself there. And the biggest problem was I was running out of water, and it took its toll on me. I tried doing that run up that hill. I couldn't do it. I wasn't going to tackle it any further. I knew the first signs of having trouble was up beyond that. As I walked up that hill, there were some more issues I'd have to go through, and I knew my water supply was getting low. So I turned that bike around on that side of that hill. I had to hand carry my gear down that hill and back up the other side. The climb up the other side was pretty severe. As I was doing that, I was starting to feel the symptoms of dehydration, and I started to get into some cramps and stuff, and I was trying to meter out my water and be careful. I knew what I had to go back through to get back to Sonora so I could reload, and I'll tell you, it got bad, and certainly the last thing on my mind was to get the GoPro out and start shooting me suffering, because that's not on your mind when you're going through this. So there's scenes out there where my legs cramped up really bad, and I'd be on the bike for a while, and I'd have to get off and get in the shade, crawl underneath a bush. It got to the point where I was so low on water, I wasn't getting enough that I was underneath a tree one time, a bush, and my legs totally cramped up, both of them, and I was so much pain. I was just yelling, and it was something I've never experienced. I mean, it's a symptom of having cramps. I mean, you water up. you get through it. But when you don't have the water and those cramps just are persistent and they just keep going and keep going, and laying down is not helpful. I had to get up on my feet, but man, I was just, I knew I was in trouble, and got to the point where I was just praying for help. An experience, hard to explain how you feel, because you get lightheaded, you're starting to get disoriented. I mean, all the symptoms of heat stroke were coming on, and I knew I was in real trouble. And so I eventually was able to get back up on my feet and start off again. I had at that point made it through the sand wash, which was hard on me, because you got to use your legs and you got to paddle through. And so it was a long way back, but eventually I went through a little more rock hopping, a little bit more sand, but trail eventually opened back up to a dirt road, and I just blew down that road, and I was able to get back to Sonoda. But it was a hard lesson learned. That's probably the closest I ever had to actually experiencing the early stages of possible my demise. And so it's a big lesson. When I left this morning, that's why I stayed at the motel. I stayed there because I couldn't pass it up. And it's called Sky 7 or something. And it's hard to believe that place even had a motel, let alone being open. But they were really, really kind to me. They brought me food. I mean, I was pretty obvious. I was in bad shape, especially coming out of Tucson. Real nice people. And so I watered up this morning with my 1 gallon, and I also watered up with my 2 liter. And I don't anticipate any problems with this. Eventually I'll be up at higher altitude and elevation. And but it was a lesson learned. So yeah, the heat could be, you get yourself in trouble and you could die out there. So anyway, so I found this restaurant. It's a tortilla factory. I mean, this is pretty cool. So breakfast, and then I'll get back on the trail again. It's been just a beautiful ride coming up out of San Miguel, though. So far, I think it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a lot of fun. So lesson learned, and I'll be more careful in the future. And I recommend you guys take this stuff serious. It could be deadly. Back to the coffee.